Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now, being married, yet still single and available, living together and still lonely, living together in separate rooms, living apart in the same house. That is not a home. You worked very hard for that desired trophy called your education, your career, your luxury home, immaculate lawns, beautiful fingernails, well done makeup, exquisite wardrobe selection. Yet, in your own home, in your own apartment, in your own house, you have no control. You do not even know the person you're living with. Everything is shrouded in darkness and secrets. Where did it all go wrong? What can be done to fix it? Can it be fixed? It most certainly can. What are your standards? Remember them. Did you compromise? Be honest with yourself. You know you compromised. Handsome does not pay the bills. It never will. That bulky muscles does not pay the bill. It never will. Yes, it's great to look at the handsome and the beautiful face. It's great to massage the muscles or even just look at it, but it does not pay the bills. Sure, there are one and two gym instructors out there who might look good, but that's just a gym instructor. The mechanic pays the bills. Almost certainly the plumber pays the bills. The electrician pays the bills. A mason pays the bills. There's absolutely no guarantee that all those luxury blue collar and white collar jobs will pay the bill. They might be able to manage their bills, but can they manage yours as well as theirs? Can they really manage theirs? Every day, absolutely every day, a building goes up and the mason is needed. The tiler is needed, and so is the plumber and the electrician. Oh, yes, they always, always have an income. So does the mechanic. Yes, even the garbage collector. Can you imagine how important that person is? If the garbage collector does not come to work, my dear, my son, my daughter, honey, your blue collar job will not work for you. You'll spend all day wrinkling your nose and calling a company that picks up solid waste and all kind of waste, and you will be most miserable. No one says education is not important, because it is. If that plumber, that carpenter, that tiler, and that electrician did not go to school and get educated to be all those career personal, then they wouldn't be there to show you that you should not, under any condition, look down on any job. No, I'm not saying the blue collar guys do, and girls and ladies, gents and ladies, do not have it to do whatever. I'm just saying that all careers are important. Okay? And the most important one, the one that is on top of it all, is the trash collector. No one collects your trash. You are on your own. Can you imagine your nice luxury apartment, your nice luxury home with garbage pile up out there? So you gotta just rearrange your thoughts. The trash collector goes on top. Because without that person, everything goes wrong. Without the plumber, your home is totally flooded. Without the mason, where would you live? Without that electrician, that fan would not work, neither would that television, and you would certainly miss the Super Bowl. Well, you could go to a sports bar, but for some strange reason, somebody planned a pandemic and the sports bar isn't even open. So we're right back at square one. We need all those guys. So let's get right into it. You're still lonely. You're at home all by yourself. Even though you're in a relationship with a hunk of a guy and the most curvaceous, cute lady. She can cook, can she? No problem with that. That's why we have the 90-day rule. During the 90 days, guess what you do? You take her to the restaurant. Sure you did. You take him to the restaurant. Oh yes, you did. But guess what? The cooking channel was there. Mr. Chef and Mrs. Chef and Sous Chef were all there trying to teach you all this. But no, you were all into the raging hormones. Oh, no. Leave those raging hormones alone. Even if you never met anyone, they would have raged anyway. So just ignore them. They'll die down once you get activity in the mix. Just do something. So, she can cook and he can cook. Okay? No problem. We solve it during the 90 days by going to cooking class. She can clean and he can clean house. You know you gotta get those things done when you're living together, right? No matter how rich you are, you just gotta have some home cooked meals at some point in time. Who doesn't want a home cooked piece of steak? Some fish and some crabs cooked at home, or nice curry goat cooked at home, steamed fish cooked at home with those crackers on the side. No matter, you can have rice if you want. So, during those critical 90 days when you meet, don't just spend all your time at the restaurant and the cinema. Get some classes in the mix. Sure, you can kiss her on the cheek sometimes, kiss him on the forehead sometimes. Just keep your hands off those places that will trigger something that will cause you to be living at home together but alone. So, remember, my dear, remember, the 90 days after you meet, they are integral to the survival of the most beautiful marriages that you'll ever find. So, during the 90 days, that is when you will discover and undiscover and fix everything or almost everything. No one is perfect. We can't go through all those things in 90 days, which is why you could add another 90 days if you want. Pooh. Why rush into marriage when you could just do something extra that is so fun and enjoy? So now and then you go to a picnic and you test out your cuisine and say, okay, I cooked lobsters last night, or I did some barbecue spare ribs last night. Let's take that out on a picnic with my favorite person. And you test your cooking skills on that person. Now, please do, I beg you with all my heart and all my soul and everyone else in it, make sure you follow that recipe very well and taste it before you go. You don't want anyone wiping their mouth with a napkin and say, let's go to Burger King. So, taste it. Make sure it's done right. If it's not done right, you eat it and try again, and then you plan the picnic. Okay? So, that person cannot clean. Cleaning isn't their thing, but it is your thing. Then okay, do a cleaning. But they gotta know that while you are busy cleaning, they gotta do something else. It's all a compromise. One person can't be totally tired doing all the things and then the other person do nothing. You gotta share. It's a compromise. You're both going to be living together anyway. Don't complain and say I do all the cleaning. You were walking on the floor anyway. You open the windows and you let in the dust anyway. And whether or not you open the window, the dust will come in anyway. I don't know where it magically appears from, but it does. So, since you're sharing the space, you share the labor. There's no such thing as woman's work and man's work, is there? You both lie in the bed. Why is it a woman has to spread it? Spread it too. Nothing wrong with that. You both laid in the bed. You were both doing stuff in the bed and you were both sleeping too, right? There is nothing wrong if he takes the sheet off the bed and change the pillowcase and go wash it too. He was sleeping on it. It doesn't have to be the woman. So the curtains need to be changed. Why are you sitting down staring at her? Oh, it's just one curtain, right? That's okay. Pool your resources, buy a new set, wash that set, or just take them all down, wash them. It doesn't have to be she who does it. He can do it too. So, since you're both sharing spaces and living together and doing stuff, he likes green, right? And she likes pink, right? It's okay. Quite okay. Pink and green goes well together. Could have some nice pink sheet. I wouldn't suggest you do all the walls in green though. Just one side in green. Get some pink sheets or some pink pillowcase with some green sheets. Just find a way to put all your likes together. So he hates lobsters, and you just find them so divine. That's quite okay. Cook your lobster. Cook your lobster and eat your lobster. Make sure that you know that he wants pork. Cook his pork and cook it with love and give it to him, and you both sit down. You eat your lobster and let him eat his pork. Nothing's wrong with that. What's wrong with having two pots? And there's leftover, you pack yours in the nice little, what my granny would call a pirate dish. Pack yours in a pirate dish. Pack his leftover pork. Maybe you love pork too. You could eat some of the pork. Nothing wrong with that. So, find a way to compromise. If it's a case where he's totally allergic to shellfish and you are not, then please, darling, get your pot that is specifically for shellfish. That way, when you cook your shellfish, it does not under any condition gets into his pork or his chicken or whatever it is that he likes, and use just one fork for your shellfish and a different fork to cook his pork, chicken, or whatever it is that he desires. Okay? So I don't want you to cross-contaminate anything, okay? So yes, you're getting it right, but please do not put the same fork in the food. We love the man, right? We're not going to do anything to cause him to be taken to the emergency room, right? Nope. Oh no, we're not going to do that. So remember, that's where the 90-day rule comes in. You get to learn all these things. And when you're finished cooking your shellfish, please wash the utensils so it doesn't get used or even touch on the man's pork. No, the only time these utensils get to be together is when you all finish eating and you're washing everything. That's okay. It all gets out in the wash and disappears in the wash. Fine. But when you're cooking for her or when you're cooking for him, make sure you remember he is allergic to peanuts or shellfish or whatever the allergy is, and you carefully cook each dish separate. If you cannot manage to cook them together to cause no cross contamination, then cook them separate. Okay? Just remember, learn what you can about your mate or your potential mate in those first critical 90 days so that living together will be harmonious and just right. That's where sunshine meets harmony, and we all want harmony. So, are we going to end that living together but being single crap? Yes, we are. Are we going to end that married but available crap? Yes, we are. We are going to make sure that we control as much of the situation as we can. Well, there are times when the spouse gotta go out of town and work. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. You got a traveling partner. During those 90 days, you didn't even know you had a traveling partner. It's afterwards that that carrier came up. You just gotta learn to live with it. Thank God there's FaceTime. Thank God there is the internet. You can actually still connect. It's not like it's a long time, ancient days when our forefathers were around when there was no connectivity. So at least you've got that. Spouse will come home soon. And while the spouse is away, what will you do? You'll do the things that you know you should do right and pleasing to you and the spouse. Remember, it all comes out in the wash. So whatever you hide in the dark will come out. So just because your spouse is traveling, that is no reason at all for you to do the things you know you wouldn't do when the spouse is around. So use the time wisely, improve skills that you lack in, go to work, and behave. Remember, behave. And there is no pun attached to behave. You are married. Act it. You are responsible. Act like it. You are with someone. Act like it. Be mature. Yes, there will always be another beautiful, well painted face. Yes, there'll be always be another corseted figure. Yes, there'll always be another bulky guy. But remember, you chose the person you're with. Be responsible and remain with that person. If we do, maybe, just maybe, so much of those things that are secrets only between you and your doctor will not be lurking around. Maybe some of those things that are secret between you and your pastor will never have lurked around. So remember, be responsible. Even if you're a teenager, remember, you chose to be in this for the long haul. If you're not going to be in it for the long haul, you're still at the 90-day rule. Even if it's been 3 years that you've been together, it's obvious you have not learned all the things you should learn. So you're still at the 90-day rule, and the 90-day rule has its specifics. And therefore, you should not be doing some of the things you're doing. If you find that 3 years has elapsed and you still haven't figured out what you're going to do with this person, let them go. It's like Pharaoh and the Egyptians, right? You can't let go because you think you've invested. You haven't invested a thing. You were just being nice. You were just being unconditional in your love and affection. Move on. Be kind. You were just being kind. And those acts of kindness will help you in the future. Be kind to someone now, and in the future you'll reap great rewards. So don't go hanging on to someone that you know you don't want to be with because you want to get back your investment. Nope. It was just acts of unconditional kindness. Move on. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. I hope with all my heart that I was able to help you to stop being together but single, married but still alone and available, and you were able to figure out exactly what you're going to do with that person who's lying next to you, sitting next to you. Whatever the case is, do, live, and let live.